This PC is lying defunct, but its hard disk is still in working condition. This is basically a branded PC. This company has used a laptop board inside a desktop cabinet. So this board is fried up and it's non-repairable. So I will use this hard disk in a different PC and reinstall the operating system. For this, what I will do, I will be building this PC from scratch. In fact, from the leftover materials I am having in other PCs. So I have collected one cabinet. This is an used cabinet which is lying idle in my store. So I will use this cabinet. This is a good mid-tower cabinet, and you can accommodate a big motherboard also. And this has side glass, so you can watch the PC components inside, and it has got an RGB fan. So I will transplant this particular components to that particular cabinet. I will take the motherboard, processor, the RAM. Since this PC components are in working condition, so I will use these PC components and install in that cabinet. I will use the SMPS from this cabinet. Now let's install the SMPS first. Let me first fasten up two screws, since I don't know whether this SMPS is in working condition or not. But since it is a newer SMPS, let's check it whether it's working or not. And after, let me install the motherboard. This is practically building a PC from your old line defunct PCs, where you have some of your components in working condition. So some of your components should be in working condition. So I will assemble all the working condition components together and build a working PC with which you can work. So I have checked that this motherboard is working, so I will use this motherboard. I am not using this cabinet because the frontal side is damaged. So I want a good condition cabinet where I get all the front USBs and audio ports working condition. So that's why I am not using this particular cabinet. So I have installed the back plate. This is actually Intel H61 chipset motherboard. Intel H61 motherboard. It supports i3, i5, i7 second and third generation, but it's still in good working condition. For this I am using a Phillips head screwdriver. Now before installing other components, I will check the display of this particular motherboard. So let me connect all the power connectors. Okay, so that particular SMPS that I have installed previously is not in working condition. So it was not powering up. So I have arranged another SMPS and it's booting perfectly. As you can see, the display has appeared on my screen. So I will complete this PC assembling the other components. So let's assemble the other components. So I will connect this particular SMPS now, and it's working in perfect condition. And as you have seen, the display display was cracked. Now let me install the hard disk. This one is a refurbished hard disk and I have procured it for 800 rupees. Its capacity is only 250 GB. So this is sufficient for this particular work that this PC will be engaged. So let me install this hard disk. So I have installed the hard disk. Let me connect all the jumper cables. So this is the 24 pin power connector. This will go to the power connector of the motherboard. I have already connected the jumpers for the power supply and I will connect the rest of them. This is the hard disk LED. It will go here. Then there is your power LED. Power LED. And finally your reset switch. Okay, the front panel connectors has been installed. You can see I have installed the front panel connectors. Now this will be for the power supply of your hard disk. So this is a SATA type hard disk, so I will use the SATA connector. The data cable for your hard disk. The data cable. This is the front audio connector, so it will be connected to the audio port. In Intel board, one thing is very good, each and every connector is clearly marked, so you need not fiddle around which connector goes where. This is the front chassis fan connector. So there is a motherboard point from where you can connect your cabinet fan. So I have connected with that particular jumper setting, and this is if you install another hard disk. In fact, I will be installing another hard disk, so I will be requiring this another SATA port. Here is the front USB connector. So the USB has been connected.
Now let me remove the hard disk from the older cabinet, which I will be installing in the new machine. Normally these branded machines are notorious for this type of arrangements, so you have to know how this particular cabinets are fitted. So I have been able to remove the cabinet from here. So I have removed the optical disk drive, and this particular drive you can't fit in a normal desktop, so I have removed it. This is basically used in a laptop. These are actually done in this manner so that for in every pretext you need to rush to your authorized service centers. I always suggest, if you purchase a desktop, always you assemble it. So I have removed the hard disk. This is actually a 500 GB hard disk by Western Digital. Let me find a place to fit this. So there is the slot. Now let me connect the SATA power cables. a data cable will be required also. Now let's power up the computer. Let's enter the BIOS. Now we'll enter the BIOS settings and check. Okay, so that's the BIOS. Let me check the hard disks that I have already installed. It's an UEFI type BIOS and it's already there. Uh, Drive order. Let me change the drive order. Okay, already the boot device priority is in hard disk, so it will be booting from the hard disk, but I will install Windows Fresh here, so I will boot it from USB. So it is already USB boot is enabled in my BIOS, and let me check. Let me change the orientation of the hard disk order. So these are all my USB drives, all the utility files, Windows. So I will go for Windows 10.
So the Windows has copied all the files. Now it's getting ready for installation. So it will take time. So once it finishes up, I will be back.
Okay, so it started to load Windows.
So the welcome screen has appeared and installation is nearly complete, and once the desktop comes I will show you. So the PC assembly is nearly complete now. It's almost ready now and soon the desktop will appear. So Windows has been successfully installed in your PC. So those are the drives of the earlier hard disk, and Windows has been installed in this particular drive. So like this you can easily make a PC by collecting components from different PCs which you don't use and make a good use of your old PC. So in this way you can easily configure a PC for your work or any other purpose at a very low cost. And thank you very much, and if you have liked my video, please do subscribe my channel for more videos like this. Thank you very much and goodbye.